If this story moves you, hit that like button and tell me, would you help someone running from danger? Your support means everything. She stumbled through the diner doors, face bruised, clutching a worn purse. Please, she begged the bikers, hide me from my husband. They almost turned away until the purse fell open and what spilled out changed everything. The Crossroads Diner sat at Highway 40 and Route 66 in New Mexico, a place where outlaws cross paths without questions. 3 p.m. on a Tuesday, the dead hour when even flies seemed bored. Marcus Forge Davidson sat in a corner booth with 5 Iron Brotherhood brothers, their motorcycles lined outside like steel horses. At 41, Marcus carried quiet authority. Broad shoulders, salt and pepper beard, eyes that forgot nothing. His vest bore patches earned through decades, California, Nevada, Arizona, Texas, each one a story, each one a scar. His brothers were in good spirits. Diesel, the mechanic, Chains, whose knuckles had broken more jaws than he could count, Preacher, former minister turned road warrior, Nitro, young and reckless, Granite, silent as stone. They were heading to Albuquerque for a charity run, toys for hospitalized kids, outlaws playing Santa. But children mattered, innocence mattered. The diner door crashed open. A woman stumbled inside, maybe 26, slight build, blonde hair in a hasty ponytail. Her white waitress uniform was torn at the shoulder. Her left cheek bore a fresh purple bruise. Her hands trembled as she clutched a large brown purse against her chest. But her eyes stopped Marcus cold. Blue, terrified, utterly desperate. She scanned the diner frantically, landing on the bikers. She hesitated, then rushed toward their table. "Please," she gasped. "Please help me. Hide me. My husband. He's coming. He'll kill me this time." The diner fell silent. Marcus studied her. Domestic violence. Not their business, but something in her desperation made him pause. "Ma'am, you should call police." "No, they can't help. He has connections. Please, just somewhere to hide. A few hours." Chains leaned back. "Lady, we ain't a shelter. I know what you are. Bikers, outlaws. But I've heard you protect people sometimes. People who can't protect themselves." Preacher raised an eyebrow. "Where'd you hear that? Does it matter? I'm begging you." Marcus was about to refuse when the woman's purse slipped from her hands and hit the floor. The clasp broke. Contents spilled across the linoleum. Everything changed. Cash, stacks of banded hundreds. But that wasn't what froze Marcus's blood. Documents, IDs, passports, different names and faces, a burner phone, photographs, Polaroids of children, young, scared children. One photo, a little girl, maybe 5, blonde hair and blue eyes matching the woman's. On back, shaky handwriting, "Lily, please find her." The woman dropped to her knees, scrambling to shove everything back. "I'm sorry, please don't." Marcus stood, towering over her. "Ma'am, what exactly is in that purse?" She looked up, tears streaming. "Evidence of what my husband does." "And what's that?" She swallowed hard. "He traffics children." The temperature dropped 20 degrees. Diesel spoke first. "Say that again." "My husband, David Sterling. He's part of a network that kidnaps and sells children. I didn't know, not for years, but 3 months ago I found files, photos, names, and I found out what happened to our daughter." Marcus's jaw tightened. "Your daughter? Lily? She disappeared 2 years ago." "From our backyard. Police said she wandered off, but it was him. He sold her, his own daughter." Her voice broke. "I've been gathering evidence, stealing from him, trying to find where she is. Now he knows. He's coming to kill me and get it back." The bikers exchanged glances. This wasn't domestic violence. This was darker. Marcus crouched to her level. "What's your name?" "Emma Sterling. Emma, tell me the truth, all of it now." Before she could answer, an engine roared outside. A black pickup screeched into the lot. Emma's face went white. "That's him." The truck door flew open. A man emerged, mid-30s, athletic, expensive clothes, face twisted with rage. "Emma, get out here, now!" Marcus stood slowly, brothers rising with him. "Stay behind us." David Sterling stormed toward the entrance, stopping when he saw 6 bikers blocking his path. His eyes narrowed. "This doesn't concern you. She asked for help. That makes it our concern. She's my wife. She stole from me. I want her and my property back." "Your property," Chains growled. "The money or pictures of kidnapped kids?" David's face went blank. "I don't know what lies. We've seen the purse, so drive away before this gets ugly." David laughed without humor. "You have no idea who you're dealing with. Enlighten us." "I have powerful friends. People who don't like loose ends. Protect her, you become loose ends too." Granite spoke, voice like gravel. "We've been loose ends before. Worked out fine." David's hand moved toward his jacket. Marcus saw it. "I wouldn't." "You think you can stop me? Try us." David stood calculating. Then he smiled. Cold. "Fine. Keep her. But you just signed your death warrants." He walked to his truck, called out, "Emma! Think these bikers will protect you? You're a liar and a thief, just as guilty as I am." The truck peeled out. Emma collapsed into a booth, sobbing. Marcus sat across. What did he mean, just as guilty? She couldn't look at him. "I need to tell you everything." "We're listening." Emma took a breath. "I didn't know about trafficking. Not for years. I thought David was legitimate, but I should have seen signs, late nights, cash, disappearances. I ignored it. When did you find out?" 3 months ago. Found a locked cabinet in his office. Broke in, found documents. Photos, names of missing children, a ledger, transactions, sales. She shuddered. "Then I found Lily's photo. My baby, sold to someone in Mexico for $50,000. Preacher closed his eyes. "Dear God, I wanted police, but David has cops on payroll, judges, people in power, so I started stealing. Money, documents, planning to run and expose everything. And he found out. Yesterday. Caught me packing. Beat me. Gave me 24 hours to return everything or he'd kill me. I ran. Drove 15 hours straight. Saw your motorcycles and thought maybe you'd be different." Diesel leaned forward. "What did he mean about you being guilty?" Emma's face crumbled. "Because I am. 2 years I ignored signs, spent his blood money, lived in a house bought with suffering. I was blind. My daughter paid the price." Silence. Finally, Marcus spoke. "You made mistakes, but you're trying to fix them. That counts. Does it? My baby is out there because I was too stupid or cowardly." "Your baby is out there because your husband is a monster, not you." Emma looked at him with desperate hope. "Will you help? Those photos, those children are still alive, still being held. If we get this evidence to the right people, we can save them." Marcus looked at his brothers. Diesel nodded. Preacher too. Chains cracked knuckles. Nitro grinned. Granite stared. "All right, Emma. We'll help. But we do this smart." "Thank you," she whispered. But Marcus felt the weight of what they'd agreed to. War with child traffickers. People with resources, connections, no conscience. David Sterling's threat wasn't empty. This would get bloody. Outside, storm clouds gathered. Wind rattled windows. The storm was coming. They moved Emma to a safe garage 30 miles outside Santa Fe. Isolated, defendable, off-grid. Marcus posted Nitro and Granite as sentries while they spread Emma's purse contents across a workbench. Diesel counted cash. 43,000, sequential hundreds. Chains examined IDs. Professional grade. Expensive work. Marcus studied 12 photographs. Children aged 4 to 10. Different backgrounds. Same fear in their eyes. "Know where these kids are?" "Some. David keeps a coded ledger. 3 sent to Mexico, 2 to Canada. The rest I don't know." "And Lily?" "Last entry said M7, Mexico maybe. But I don't know what 7 means. Marcus photographed everything. I know someone, former FBI, retired, still has contacts. If anyone can help, it's her. Can we trust her?" "With my life. I'll reach out tonight." Diesel held up the burner phone. "This is probably how he communicates." "Might be booby-trapped," Chains warned. "We don't turn it on until we have tech support," Marcus decided. "Emma, tell me about David's operation." "I don't know everything. He's not the top. He's a middleman, arranges logistics. Transportation, documents, safe houses. Others do kidnapping. Buyers are international, wealthy, powerful. Preacher's face paled. How long? Records go back 5 years, could be longer. 5 years, dozens, maybe hundreds of children. Marcus felt cold rage. We're ending this. How? David has resources. 6 bikers against... We're not alone. Iron Brotherhood has chapters nationwide. Friends in low places, people who hate traffickers. Emma's phone rang. She looked at the screen, went white. David, don't answer. The phone rang 7 times, stopped. A text appeared. Last chance, Emma. Return what you stole and I'll let you live. Keep running and everyone you love dies screaming. Emma dropped the phone. Marcus read it. Classic intimidation. Another text. Tell your biker friends they made a mistake. They're dead men. Chains grinned. He thinks we're scared. Marcus typed back. Your wife is under our protection. Evidence is secured. If you want it, come get it. Are you insane? Emma gasped. He'll come with an army. Good. Let him come where we control terrain. Granite appeared. We got company. 3 vehicles approaching. Marcus was up instantly. How far? 2 miles. Everyone positions. Emma, back room. Don't come out. What if... Marcus handed her a revolver. Then use this. Aim center mass. Don't hesitate. She took it with trembling hands. I've never... Hopefully you won't today. But they're coming for you and those kids. That makes them monsters. Monsters don't deserve mercy. They armed themselves. Rifles, shotguns, enough firepower to make anyone regret assault. Positioned strategically throughout the garage. 3 vehicles stopped 50 yards out. 8 armed men emerged. David Sterling at front. He raised a megaphone. I'm here for my wife and property. Send them out. Marcus stepped into view, protected. Can't do that. You're outnumbered. We've been outnumbered before. Last chance. Marcus raised his weapon. Come on then. David signaled. 8 men raised weapons. Marcus smiled. He'd seen something David hadn't. Dust cloud in distance. Coming fast. Motorcycles, 20 of them. Albuquerque chapter, called 30 minutes ago. Cavalry arrived. David saw them, confidence faltering. What? I told you. You made a mistake. Drop weapons and walk away. David's men hesitated. Outnumbered now. David looked furious. You think this ends here? I have connections. I'll bury you. Then start digging. Standoff held 10 seconds. David signaled retreat. This isn't over. I'll find you. Sirens cut him off. Police, coming from opposite direction. David's face went white. He looked at Marcus with pure hatred. You're dead. Get in line. Vehicles peeled out as 3 cruisers arrived. Marcus lowered his weapon, watching David disappear. But this was far from over. David had resources, nothing left to lose. The war had begun. Police stayed 2 hours, taking statements. Marcus kept it simple. Woman sought protection from abusive husband. Husband showed with armed men. Bikers defended property. The truth, trafficking, evidence, kidnapped children, stayed hidden. Emma said David had cops on payroll. Until they knew who to trust, silence was safer. Officers left, unsatisfied but unable to prove anything illegal. Albuquerque brothers stayed. Their leader, Bishop, clasped Marcus's arm. Heard you got into something heavy. Heavier than expected. Appreciate you coming. That's Brotherhood. Need us to stay? No, but keep phones on. Bishop nodded. 20 motorcycles roared away. Inside, Emma sat on a cot, revolver still in lap. Marcus pulled up a chair. You okay? No, but I'm alive. David ran. He's scared. Or regrouping. She wasn't wrong. Marcus pulled out his phone. I reached my FBI contact. She'll meet tomorrow in Albuquerque. Angela Torres. 20 years bringing down trafficking rings. Retired, but consults. If anyone can help, it's her. Can we trust her? If I trust anyone, it's her. Emma looked at photographs on the workbench. What about Lily? Even if we expose David, how do we find her? Torres might know. These operations keep records. If Lily's alive, there's a trail. And if she's not? Marcus couldn't answer. Statistics were brutal, but Emma needed hope. Then we make sure everyone involved pays. Justice for Lily. Emma nodded. I should have fought harder 2 years ago. Demanded answers. You didn't know. I should have. A mother should know. Emma, stop. David fooled you. That's what predators do. You're not responsible for his evil. Then why do I feel like I am? Diesel entered with a laptop. Got something. That burner phone, pulled the SIM, cloned it, extracted call logs. Show me. 37 calls, 3 months, most to one number, Mexican area code. Can you trace it? Already did. Registered to a business in Juarez. Paloma Logistics. That's a front. Probably. But here's interesting. 2 calls to US number. Government prefix. Department of Homeland Security. Room went silent. Emma's face went white. David said he had government connections. Could be a handler, Preacher suggested. Feeding him information. Or protecting him, Chains added. Marcus's mind raced. If David had someone inside DHS, they couldn't trust federal agencies. Does Torres have connections inside DHS? Diesel asked. She does. But we don't mention this until we know she's clean. Marcus closed the laptop. We meet Torres tomorrow. Show evidence. Gauge reaction. If legit, we use her resources. If compromised, we handle this ourselves. And David? Nitro asked. He'll come again. Smarter. We need to be ready. Emma's phone buzzed. Message from David. You think you're safe. Wait until they find out what else you did. Marcus read it. What's he talking about? I don't know. He's lying. Emma. Marcus's voice was gentle but firm. Is there something else? She hesitated. When I found documents, I also found a second ledger. Not for children. For buyers. Names, addresses, payments. That's good leverage. One name on that list. She swallowed. Senator Richard Holbrook. From Texas. He bought a child 3 years ago. A boy. 8 years old. Photo of him with the child at his estate. The implications hit like freight train. A U.S. senator, Preacher breathed. If we expose this, we expose him. People like that make evidence disappear. Make witnesses disappear. Marcus absorbed this. Where's this ledger? Safety deposit box, Albuquerque. Rented under fake name 3 weeks ago. We get it tomorrow. After Torres. Marcus looked at brothers. This just got complicated. We're still in, Chains said. This is a senator. Federal protection. Security. Don't care. Kid's a kid, Diesel added. One by one, brothers affirmed commitment. Marcus felt pride and dread. Good men, loyal, but walking into war against unlimited resources. Emma's phone buzzed. Not text. Video file. Marcus's gut tightened. Don't open it. But Emma already had. Dark room. Single light. Little girl. Blonde hair, blue eyes, sitting on concrete floor. Lily. Emma screamed. The girl cried, calling for mommy. Then distorted male voice. 24 hours to return what you stole, or your daughter pays the price. Tick-tock, Emma. Video ended. Emma collapsed, sobbing. They have her. She's alive and they're going to hurt her. Marcus felt rage unlike any before. Emma, listen. We're getting her back. How? They'll kill her. Not if we're smart. Diesel. Can you analyze this? Figure out where it was shot. I can try. Do it. Emma, we need that second ledger. Tonight. Now. It's our leverage. But David said, David's bluffing. He wants you scared. We don't give him that. We hit back. Emma wiped tears, something fierce replacing despair. Okay, let's get it. They prepared to leave. Marcus pulled Preacher aside. Believe in miracles? Preacher smiled sadly. I believe God puts people in right place at right time. 6 bikers when desperate woman walked in. That's providence. Then pray we're worthy. I already am. They rode through New Mexico night, 6 motorcycles and 1 terrified mother, racing toward Albuquerque with evidence that could destroy monsters. But time was running out. Somewhere in darkness, a 5-year-old girl cried for her mother. The storm had arrived, this time no mercy. Udre Vor. They reached Albuquerque at midnight. The city sprawled beneath them, lights flickering like fallen stars. Emma directed them to First National Bank on Central Avenue, closed and dark. The box is inside, she said quietly. We can't get it until morning. Then we wait, Marcus said. Diesel, Nitro. Find us a secure location nearby. Somewhere we can see the bank entrance. They found a parking garage 3 blocks away with clear sight lines. Marcus positioned sentries while Emma tried to sleep in the back of Diesel's van. She couldn't. Every time she closed her eyes, she saw Lily's terrified face in that video. At 6 a.m., Diesel approached Marcus with his laptop. Analyzed the video, found something. Marcus leaned in. Diesel had enhanced the background, isolated ambient sounds. Listen to this. A faint noise beneath Lily's crying. Rhythmic, mechanical. Train horn, Marcus said. And that sound? Industrial equipment, my guess. She's near a rail yard or freight depot. How many in New Mexico? Dozens, but cross-reference with Mexican operations. Diesel pulled up a map. Paloma Logistics, the company from the burner phone, has warehouses in 3 cities. One is Santa Teresa, right on the border, has a rail connection. Marcus felt something click into place. That's where she is. Maybe, but it's a guess. It's more than we had. Good work. At 9 a.m. the bank opened. Emma, wearing sunglasses and a borrowed jacket, entered with Marcus. The safety deposit box was under the name Sarah Chen, another identity, another lie in her web of survival. The bank officer led them to a private room. Emma inserted her key, then the bank's master key. The box opened. Inside, a leather notebook thick with entries. Emma handed it to Marcus with shaking hands. This is it. Everything David recorded, every buyer, every transaction. Marcus flipped through pages, names, dates, amounts, children reduced to inventory. His stomach turned. Then he found the entry Emma mentioned. Senator Richard Holbrook. March 15, 2022. Male, 8 years, Caucasian, $75,000. Delivery, Austin Estate. Payment, offshore account, number 4721. Beneath it, a photograph. A distinguished man in his 60s, silver hair, practiced smile. Standing beside him, a small boy with hollow eyes and a forced smile. The senator's hand on the boy's shoulder. Proof. Undeniable, devastating proof. This destroys him, Marcus said quietly. It destroys all of them, Emma replied. 47 names in that book. Businessmen, lawyers, 2 judges, a police chief, and the senator. Marcus photographed every page, uploaded them to an encrypted cloud server. If something happens to us, this evidence still exists. What about Torres? When do we meet her? Noon, coffee shop on 4th Street, neutral ground. They left the bank, and Marcus felt eyes on them. He scanned the street, nothing obvious, but his instincts screamed danger. Move casual, he told Emma. Don't look around. They were 3 blocks from the parking garage when the black SUV appeared. Then another, boxing them in. Doors opened, 6 men emerged, professionals with concealed weapons, and walking toward them, David Sterling. But he wasn't alone. Beside him stood a man in an expensive suit, 50s, cold eyes, government bearing. Emma, David called. End of the road. Marcus stepped between them. We're in public. Lots of witnesses. The suited man smiled. Witnesses can be managed. I'm Deputy Director Carson, Department of Homeland Security. You're interfering in a federal investigation. Funny, Marcus said. We were about to say the same thing. The woman is a thief and a kidnapper. She's stolen classified documents and money from a federal informant. We're taking her into custody. Federal informant. Marcus's voice was flat. That's your cover story? Carson's smile didn't waver. Mr. Sterling has been cooperating with DHS for 18 months, providing intelligence on trafficking networks. His wife stole evidence from an ongoing operation, jeopardizing years of work. That's a lie, Emma said, voice shaking. He's not an informant. He's one of them. She's delusional, David said smoothly. She needs psychiatric help. Marcus's brothers had appeared, flanking him. 8 men against 6, but Carson's people were federal agents. This could go very wrong very fast. Step aside, Carson ordered, or I'll have all of you arrested for obstruction. Marcus held his ground. Emma stays with us until we verify your story. You don't have authority to verify anything. Then we'll wait for real federal agents, FBI maybe, people without conflicts of interest. Carson's eyes narrowed. You're making a mistake. Wouldn't be my first. The The standoff held for 10 seconds. Then Carson made a small gesture, and his men advanced. Marcus's hand moved toward his weapon, knowing this would end badly. "Freeze! FBI!" The shout came from behind. Marcus turned to see a woman in her 50s, FBI credentials held high, flanked by 4 agents with rifles. Angela Torres. "Deputy Director Carson," Torres said coldly. "Step away from the civilians." Carson's face went carefully neutral. "Agent Torres, this doesn't concern FBI. Former agent, and it absolutely concerns me. I've been monitoring Mr. Sterling for 6 months. He's not your informant, he's your accomplice." That's a serious accusation, backed by serious evidence. "Lower your weapons, or I'll have my people do it for you." Carson calculated odds, then signaled his men to stand down. "This isn't over." "No," Torres agreed. "It's not. But it's over for you." She turned to Marcus. "Mr. Davidson, we need to talk. All of you now." Show 5. Torres took them to a safe house on the outskirts of Albuquerque, a nondescript ranch with reinforced doors and surveillance equipment. Inside, she laid out files on a table. "I've been investigating Paloma Logistics for 2 years," she began. "Human trafficking network operating across 4 countries. We've identified 63 victims, recovered 12, lost 11 too." She paused. "To circumstances beyond our control." "And the rest?" Emma asked, voice tight. "Still out there, including your daughter." Emma's breath caught. "You know about Lily." "I know everything, Mrs. Sterling. I've had you under surveillance since you broke into your husband's office 3 months ago. I've watched you gather evidence, flee, seek protection. I've been waiting for the right moment to bring you in." "Why wait?" Marcus asked. "Why not approach her sooner?" "Because she's bait. David Sterling is small fish. I want the whole network, and now, thanks to you." Torres gestured to Marcus's phone. "You have the buyer's ledger. That changes everything." "Senator Holbrook," Emma said. Torres nodded grimly. "Among others. That ledger is a nuclear bomb. It doesn't just destroy a trafficking ring, it brings down powerful people who thought they were untouchable." "So what's the play?" Marcus asked. "We use the ledger as leverage. We approach the buyers quietly, offer them immunity in exchange for testimony against the network's leadership." "You want to let child rapists go free?" Narchanes growled. "I want to save the children still in captivity," Torres shot back. 47 buyers in that book. Maybe half of them know where their purchases came from, where the warehouses are, where the safe houses are. We flip them. We find the children. "Including Lily," Emma whispered. "Including Lily." Marcus studied Torres. "And Carson? What's his angle?" "Money. We've tracked $3 million from Paloma Logistics to offshore accounts connected to him. He's not just protecting the network, he's profiting from it." "Then why is he still free?" "Because until 5 minutes ago I didn't have proof, but now I do. You forced his hand, made him reveal himself. By tomorrow he'll be in federal custody." Diesel spoke up. "We analyzed the video of Lily, think she's at a warehouse in Santa Teresa." Torres pulled up a map on her laptop. "Santa Teresa, border town, lots of freight traffic. Paloma has a facility there, but we haven't been able to get a warrant. The local judge is." She checked her notes. "Judge Morrison, who appears on page 17 of the buyer's ledger." "Convenient," Preacher muttered. "Now we can bypass him. Federal warrant executed by my team. We hit the warehouse tomorrow night." "We're coming," Marcus said flatly. "Absolutely not. This is a federal operation. That woman walked into our diner asking for help. We've been shot at, threatened, and dragged into a war we didn't start. We're finishing it." Torres stared at him. "You're civilians. We're Iron Brotherhood, and we protect our own. Mrs. Sterling isn't your own." "She is now." Torres looked at Emma, who was crying silently, then at the 6 bikers standing united. Finally she sighed. "Against my better judgment. You can come, but you follow my orders. This goes wrong, people die, children die." "Understood." Torres pulled up building schematics. Paloma's warehouse is 40,000 square feet, 2 stories, multiple entry points. My intel suggests they keep children on the second floor, adults and logistics on the first. How many hostiles? Marcus asked. Unknown. Could be 5, could be 20. We go in assuming worst case. When? Tomorrow. 0300. We move fast, hit hard, extract any children we find. Emma grabbed Torres's arm. What if Lily isn't there? What if Diesel's analysis was wrong? Torres met her eyes. Then we keep looking. I promise you, Mrs. Sterling, I will not stop until your daughter is home. Emma broke down completely. Marcus pulled her aside while Torres briefed his brothers on tactical details. We're going to find her, he said quietly. You can't promise that. No, but I can promise we'll do everything possible. And if she's in that warehouse, we're bringing her home. Emma looked at this man she'd known for less than 48 hours. A stranger who'd become her protector, her hope. Why are you doing this? Really? Marcus was quiet for a long moment. 15 years ago, my daughter was killed by a drunk driver. She was 6. I wasn't there to protect her, couldn't save her. So when I see a chance to save someone else's daughter, his voice roughened, I take it. Emma hugged him, this scarred, dangerous man with a father's broken heart. The next 24 hours crawled. Torres coordinated with FBI teams, secured warrants, planned the assault. Marcus and his brothers checked weapons, reviewed schematics, prepared for the worst. At 2 a.m. they rolled out. FBI tactical vehicles and 6 motorcycles, a strange convoy heading toward the border, toward Santa Teresa, toward Lily. Emma rode in Torres's SUV, clutching the photo of her daughter. Marcus rode point on his bike, Diesel and Chains flanking. At 02:45, they stopped half a mile from target. Torres gathered everyone. Rules of engagement. We go in fast and loud. Priority is children's safety. Anyone armed gets neutralized. No heroics, no deviation from the plan. Questions? Silence. Then let's go get those kids. They moved through darkness, closing on the warehouse. Marcus felt adrenaline singing through his veins, familiar and terrifying. This was it. The moment everything balanced on. Torres gave the signal. The doors exploded inward. 06. The assault was controlled chaos. FBI agents flooded the warehouse, shouting commands, weapons raised. Marcus and his brothers followed, clearing rooms with practiced efficiency. First floor was logistics, computers, files, shipping manifests, and 3 men who reached for guns and paid for it with bullets. Marcus didn't hesitate. These men trafficked children. They'd earned what they got. Second floor clear, someone shouted. We've got kids. Marcus took the stairs 3 at a time. The second floor was divided into small rooms, each with a lock. FBI agents were breaking them open one by one. Children emerged, terrified, malnourished, traumatized, 8 of them. Different ages, different backgrounds, all victims, but Marcus only cared about one. Lily Sterling, he shouted. Is Lily Sterling here? A small voice from the last room. Mommy? Marcus's heart stopped. He ran to the door, found Torres already forcing the lock. It gave way. Inside, on a bare mattress, sat a little girl. 5 years old, blonde hair matted, blue eyes wide with fear and hope. Lily. Emma pushed past everyone, fell to her knees, pulled her daughter into her arms. Baby, baby, I'm here. Mommy's here. You're safe now. Lily sobbed, clinging to her mother like she'd never let go. I want to go home. We're going home, baby, right now, I promise. Marcus turned away, giving them privacy, and found himself face to face with Torres. She was crying. We got them, she said. All 8, alive. That's 8 families who get their children back. Because of you. Because you protected Emma when you could have walked away. Marcus shook his head. Because Emma was brave enough to fight back. We just helped. Medics arrived, checking children, providing blankets and water. FBI agents secured the scene, arrested 4 men found hiding in the office, and in the chaos, Marcus saw Diesel examining a computer. Find something? Client list, names, addresses, payment records goes back 7 years. Diesel's face was grim. 93 buyers. The ledger Emma found, that was just partial. This is everything. Copy it. All of it. Within an hour, the warehouse was secured. Children were being transported to hospitals, suspects to federal holding. Emma and Lily rode in an ambulance, mother never letting go of daughter. Torres approached Marcus as dawn broke over the desert. You did good work. You did the heavy lifting. Don't sell yourself short. Without you, Emma would be dead. David would have retrieved the evidence, and these children would still be in that warehouse. She paused. Carson was arrested 2 hours ago. He's cooperating, giving up names. This network is done. And David Sterling? In custody, facing 47 counts of trafficking, conspiracy, kidnapping. He'll die in prison. Good. Torres extended her hand. If you ever want a job with the Bureau, Marcus laughed. I'm an outlaw, remember? You're a good man who rides a motorcycle. There's a difference. They shook hands, understanding passing between them. 2 weeks later, Marcus stood outside a small house in Colorado. Emma had relocated there with Lily, under new identities, federal protection, until the trials were over. She answered the door, looking healthier than he'd ever seen her. And behind her, Lily, playing with toys on the living room floor. Marcus, Emma said warmly, come in. They sat on the porch while Lily played inside. How is she? Marcus asked. Healing, slowly, nightmares still, but she's eating, playing, smiling sometimes. The therapist says she's resilient. Emma's voice broke. She's my miracle. She's a fighter like her mother. Emma was quiet for a moment. I testified yesterday. Grand jury. Saw David through video link. He looked. She struggled for words. Small, powerless. Nothing like the man who terrorized me. That's who he always was. He just hid it well. The prosecutor says 47 arrests so far, including Senator Holbrook. They found the boy from the photo. He's home with his real family now. That's good. It's because of you. All of it. It's because you were brave enough to steal that evidence and run. We just helped you finish. Emma smiled. My hero biker gang. We prefer motorcycle enthusiasts with strong moral compasses. She laughed, the first real laugh Marcus had heard from her. It sounded like healing. Lily appeared at the door. Mommy, can I show Marcus my room? If he wants to see it, sweetie. Marcus stood. I'd be honored. Lily took his hand, small, trusting, and led him inside. Her room was pink and purple, filled with toys and books. She showed him everything, narrating with the innocent enthusiasm only children possess. This is Mr. Bear. He protects me at night. And this is my drawing. It's you on your motorcycle. Marcus looked at the crayon picture. A man on a bike, surrounded by stick figures holding hands. At the bottom, in child's handwriting, thank you for saving me. His throat tightened. This is beautiful, Lily. Can I keep it? Yes, I made it special for you. He folded it carefully, tucked it in his jacket pocket. When he returned to the porch, Emma was waiting. She talks about you, Emma said. Tells everyone about the scary biker man who saved her mommy. I'm not that scary. You are, but in the best way. She touched his arm. I don't know how to thank you. You gave me my daughter back. You gave her a future. You already thanked me by fighting back, by refusing to give up. That's all the thanks I need. Marcus rode away as sunset painted the Colorado sky orange and gold. Behind him, a mother and daughter stood on their porch, waving. Ahead, the open road stretched endlessly. His phone buzzed. Text from Torres. 93 arrests. All suspects in custody. 21 children recovered. Network dismantled. You should be proud. He texted back. Just doing what needed doing. That night at the Iron Brotherhood clubhouse in Santa Fe, Marcus sat with his brothers. Diesel raised a beer. To Emma and Lily. To Emma and Lily, they echoed. Chains leaned back. So what now, Forge? Now? Marcus pulled out Lily's drawing, smoothed it on the table. Now we keep riding, keep our eyes open, because there's always someone out there who needs help. And if we find them, Marcus smiled, then we do what we did for Emma. We stand between them and the monsters. Preacher nodded. Amen to that. Amen, they agreed. Outside, thunder rumbled. Not a storm, Motorcycle, the sound of freedom, of brotherhood, of justice on two wheels. Sometimes heroes wore badges, sometimes they wore leather, sometimes they were scarred, dangerous men who'd seen the worst of the world and still chose to fight for the innocent. And sometimes when a terrified waitress asked bikers for help, they said yes, because that's what heroes do. They protect those who cannot protect themselves. They stand against darkness, and they never, ever give up. Marcus Forge Davidson looked at his brothers, at the drawing of a grateful 5-year-old girl, and knew one thing with absolute certainty. This was why they rode. This was why they fought. This was the reason the Iron Brotherhood existed, to be the shield when no one else would stand. To be the sword when evil thought it was safe, and to be the answer when desperate people had nowhere else to turn. The road stretched ahead, endless and calling, and they would answer.